elections to the high-profile RK Nagar seat have now been cancelled by the Election Commission with a 27-page report, which is truly shocking because it goes into details about how the party was and various candidates were trying to bribe voters. In fact, it's come down to details of how the party was meant to give 4,000 rupees to each voters, and the allocated budget which the Income Tax Department, the Election Commission have found was 89 crore rupees. In a way, it is shocking, and looking at it from across the country, whether this has just been a secret waiting to be revealed, and is it surprising, and what kind of lessons can we learn from it? We'll be speaking to our political experts and panelists just a bit, and of course getting a reaction from young voters here, because remember, it's not just about Tamil Nadu, it's a reflection of how democracy is run across the country. But first, listen to what our reporter Harish, listen to his conversation with one particular voter accepting that he had indeed received a bribe.
யாரு என்ன கட்சி தொப்பி குத்தாங்களா காசு குத்தாங்களா தொப்பிலாம் தொப்பி குத்தாங்க எவ்வளோ 4 ரூபா குத்தாங்க 4 ரூபா 4000 ஒரு ஆளுக்கு ஒரு ஓட்டுக்கு இது ஸ்லிப்பில் அந்த ஓட்டர் ஐடி இதுதானே யார் ஓட்டர் ஐடி எடுத்துவாங்க ஓட்டு ஸ்லிப்பு ஓட்டு ஸ்லிப்பு தருவாங்க பார்த்தீங்களா, அதான் எல்லா பூத் ஸ்லிப்பு அது காட்டினா தான் பேரை பார்த்து என்னப்பா காசை கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, காசு கொடுத்தா எல்லாம் கொடுத்தா வாங்கி தான் செய்வாங்க. 1000 கிலோ இருந்தால் வேண்டாம் சொல்லுவாங்க. எவ்வளோ கொடுத்தாரு? 4000 ரூபாய் ஒரு ஆளுக்கா? ஒரு ஓட்டுக்கு 4000 ரூபாய். ஒரு ஓட்டுக்கு 4000 ரூபாய். ஓட்டுக்கு 4000 ரூபாய்.
So that was one of the voters speaking about what they have got. Remember, the kind of bribes that are given are really varied, from something small like scarves and saris to cash, mobile phones, and also other gadgets as well. A whole range of goods that were given out officially. The Election Commission also saying that they found all the details of this, accounts of this from the Health Minister's home as well. So we'll be going across to our experts in just a bit. I just wanted to get young voters first to react to it. You told me that you didn't find it surprising at all. Why is that?
Yeah, when I first heard about it, it didn't come as a shock to me because it's just so prevalent throughout the election culture that is present in India, that whether it's cash or electronics or even liquor or any other goods, they're used as bribes to buy the votes from the voters, and voters...
It's just that the places and the people keep changing. Yeah. Okay, but a different reaction from this student over here. What did you want to say?
It was really shocking for me because we consider India as a strong democratic country, and having this kind of act is really shameful. And my question is that why can't this type of corruption and bribing is not considered as as an offense, and why can't this arrest should be there without any warrant?
Well, the EC has ordered arrests and they have taken place. Yes. But this brings us our first talking point. Bribe for voters, is it the biggest open secret? Before I go to our political guest, let me just go across first to Mr. KJ Rao, who is a former advisor to the Election Commission. Sir, is it really a huge revelation for you, or is this something you always knew it happened like this? Because what was amazing is that it was so elaborate that they were also making transfers to mobile wallets. It's really a new age kind of bribery of voters that was taking place. What surprised you or didn't surprise you, Mr. Rao, about this particular episode?
It is really very, very surprising for the simple reason. We can find out now, everyone can see how the political parties are stooping so low level, at such a so low level, that they are distributing money, and you know the accounts from the say 89 crores for an assembly constituency, that is unimaginable for anyone. And this is the first time in Indian history, democratic history, that such a thing has happened. And I congratulate the Election Commission of India for having taken so much of precautions to ensure that this was caught red-handed, rather, because they have deployed 61. They have 61 companies, rather not 61 companies, what I call it as 61 flying squads and also static squads, total 61 they had deployed, and in each squad they had put 4 police personnel, 1 executive magistrate and also 1 videographer, and they could find out how much money was being distributed, and it is really unimaginable, and it is a shame on the part of the political party concerned, and also not only that, to others to learn that such a thing should not happen in future, and it is very, very damaging to the Indian democracy, and which is on a high pedal now, and the political parties making allegations against the Election Commission and calling them as Dhritarashtra or whatever it is there. It is very shameful on the part of the political parties.
Okay, I want to next go to Mr. Rajshekharan, because Mr. Rajshekharan, when we heard the comments from the candidate, Mr. Dinakaran, of the AIADMK, of Shashikala's faction, when he asked him for a reaction after these elaborate kind of revelations, all he could say was, no, despite all of this, the elections should have continued. Don't you think that there should be introspection which is missing within your party, because so many officials, the 2 ministers, the raids throwing up so many revelations from them, shouldn't there be more introspection within the AIADMK?
Sunitra, first I'll start with the caveat. I am not the member of AIADMK party, neither I am the spokesperson. But I was supporting Madam Dr. J Jayalalitha's good governance. Till now I stand by it. Now I want to make a very valid point.
Yes.
See, there was an income tax raid conducted by the income tax department after there was reports submitted to them that something is happening and cash for votes are there, bribes have been given to the voters. All this was going on in the media. Suddenly income tax raided the health minister. But the harsh truth is, I was told there was no cash seizure from his residence. Some document was seized from some lodge in Egmore, Lakshmi Lodge or something. So that document was an unsigned paper with some names of some ministers, including Chief Minister. That is not an authentic, valid document to substantiate and say before the court of law that they have committed some crime. Of course, the income tax department have seized some cash from Pudukkottai or some other place, which is no way connected to near to RK Nagar constituency. So going by the merit of the issue, if there have been some proof, red-handed proof, that crores and crores of money were distributed and the income tax department would have caught them red-handed, yes, it is there. But I'll tell you, let me finish.
No.
See, all the parties, I would blame, I am not defending anybody.
No,
I'll make it very clear.
Mr.
All the
Rajshekharan,
parties...
I'm just going to interrupt by saying that it was the EC official and not the politician. It was a former EC official, Mr. KJ Rao, who has called it red-handed. And let me just read to you what the report says. You are saying he wasn't caught red-handed, but they are giving incriminating documents. For example, they are saying the money distribution chart was recovered. They are also saying the charts show ward-wise, voter-wise, and each politician who was distributing what. This is straight from the EC report. I am not just saying on hearsay. The EC
shall I answer?
And the
I want to rebut.
Giving exactly. So how can you deny that this is exact proof? Because they're saying, and in fact the room allotted to this, all of this was found in Dr. Vijay Bhaskar's room in the MLA's hostel, from which it has been recovered. So as the former EC official KJ Rao said, it is indeed incriminating. Wouldn't you say so?
Yes.
And perhaps
it is interpretation of law. Let me finish. See, you are harping with the document which is an unsigned paper. Yes, agreed. I am not denying it. They might have seized it. I am not questioning or casting aspersions over the Income Tax Department or the Election Commission report. But the fact remains, if it does not hold good before the court of law, because an unsigned document can be fabricated, concocted by somebody, could have kept inside for the reasons best known to them.
Okay.
It is only a defense. But I am not defending. Let me make it a point. See, there is no proof that 89 crores was caught in one particular place with full of cash.
It is not there. Only on papers. Let's hear from the others as well. I wanted to ask Mr. Tirupati of the BJP. Sir, you've been supportive of the AIADMK and especially the Shashikala faction. Does the BJP stand with the government in Tamil Nadu today? With all these revelations being made of bribery?
We have never been supportive of AIADMK factions, and we have been saying that this government and particularly this Shashikala faction is trying to murder the democracy right from the day one the elections to RK Nagar constituency was announced. And we have given a lot of complaints to the election commissioner stating that money is being distributed and money power, muscle power and also the machinery, government's machinery are being used to woo the voters, and the particular candidate, Mr. Dinagaran, should be expelled. That is what was our prayer to the election commission.